Hello and welcome everyone. It is time for Jim Comics Top Picks for New Comic Book Day this upcoming Wednesday, January 26, 2023. It is Friday, January 21st. Getting this out a little late on Friday, but hey, I haven't put a video out for damn near a month, and I was doing so good too. I was getting one out every week, but then I just got so busy with landscaping and shoveling rocks and pouring concrete and everything else that we had to get done on our house, and man, I've been tired. So first night I've been I took it easy today, and I wanted to talk some comics because man, it's there's a lot of good stuff coming out this week. Just want to say you're all awesome. Hope everybody's doing well in this crazy world we live in. I got to give a shout out to, I don't know if any of you are on Telegram, but there's a group, the Lefteros is a guy who I follow on Instagram. He puts out really good stuff. He puts out stuff on like what's coming out with the FOC and, you know, new comic book picks, all that kind of stuff. Got a lot of good info, but he sent me a link and asked if I wanted to join a group on Telegram. It is called Latverian Senate. Really good group of people on there just talking comics, comic spec, no other crap that we need to hear about. So it's awesome. If anybody's interested, if you follow Lefteros on Instagram, you know, ask him, hey, can I join your group? But remember, it's only comics. Don't start talking any other crap on there. So anyways, awesome group. And I just want to thank Lefteros for sending me a link and asked me to join, because I really appreciate that. Because I love it, you know, and it's just all comic spec, talking about what's coming down the road, what's, you know, what books are hot, all that kind of stuff. So really great stuff. Thank you so much, man. Just wanted to get that in there. So again, I'm gonna run through what I'm looking at this week, give you my top picks and talk some other. There's a ton of stuff. I haven't put a video up for a while, so there's a ton of stuff to go over. But I'm gonna start with my indies. Only one this week, World Tree number 4. Couple covers for that, if I can even get it. I mentioned I'm going to a small shop, which is quite a drive for me to get there, and he does not bring in a lot of stuff, and unless I pre-order it months in advance, I won't get it. And you know, even the stuff I've ordered I haven't got, so I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to go to an online dealer, which I hate to do, but because I like to support a local brick and mortar store. But anyways, that's it from indies. I only got the one, World Tree. DC, I have not recommended any of these Night Terrors books at all. I haven't been reading any of them. But Night Terrors Angel Breaker number 1 is one I might pick up this week, because he does bring in DC stuff. So if he brings that in, I'm going to pick it up, because it's got a first appearance of Nanny Gillo. Kind of like a serial killer type thing, which sounds kind of cool. Sometimes some of these can stick. I know almost every one of these Night Terrors books has first appearances, and I quite honestly don't think any of them are going anywhere. So that's one I'm going to probably pick up this week, because I do like that Angel Breaker character. And she showed up. I'm going to show you an image of the book on screen. I can see the cover of it in my mind, but I can't for the life of me remember what the name of the book is. I know I've got it somewhere in a box, but I can't find it. But anyways, that's the only one from DC. I will mention that Batman Beyond Neo Gothic number 1 is out this week, but I'm not. If you're interested in that, it's out there, but I'm not picking it up. For Marvel, we got some good books from Marvel this week. We got Avengers number 3. This is one I was kind of on the fence. I wasn't really gonna pick that up. But then talking about that group I'm in, I saw some images of this first team appearance of this Ashen Combine. Man, they look really cool. The one character looks like one of the Nazgul from Lord of the Rings. Looks really cool. So I'm gonna pick that. I'm probably gonna have to order it online, but if you find that for cover price, which you should, because it's coming out this week, try and grab a copy. Just cover A. I wouldn't worry about any of the other covers, but that's one to hang on to and stick it in your long-term spec box. Ghost Rider number 16, Bjorn Barent's cover, cover A. Man, I love his artwork. It's so good. This is kind of one of those standalone issues, and it talks about Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze run into this hitchhiker who's run into Robbie Reyes and Daddy Ketchum. So I don't know if this is a character that's, I've been looking into it. I'm sure, you know, over the years there's been so many characters, who knows, but I'm interested to see who this hitchhiker is. It sounds kind of an interesting story, so gonna look into that one. Incredible Hulk number 2, man, I've got this pre-order. I got multiple copies pre-order of this whole series, but if there's only one book you can get this week, well, no, there's some other good books too, but man, pick up Incredible Hulk. I cannot stress this enough. This is a great series. It reminds me so, I've said it to a few people, it reminds me so much of when Donny Cates launched Venom years ago. That first story arc, those first 6 issues were so good. And this reminds me a lot of that. I just hope this continues on for more than just 6 issues being really good. But anyways, you got first cover appearance of Charlene, or Charlie, whatever you want to say her name. But I'm just getting cover A. There is a really nice 1/25, kind of the green cover with the Hulk's face in the background and Charlene on the cover there. Now this is one of those ones, the Mother of Horrors, I think is going to show up in issue 3. To me, that makes sense. And a lot of times, issue 3 is the big issue, as many of you know. You heard me talk about it over the years, that writers and artists tend to drop a big character in it. She may not show up till issue 20 for all I know. Who knows? But she was mentioned in issue 1 and the Prelude. So I really, if you got the 1/25, the Mother of Horrors shows up. Oh boy, but that 1/25 in this one, because that Charlene is on the cover, she's on the cover A and the 1/25, but man, that 1/25 is nice. Just get that series. I can't say it enough. I'm going to say it again. I've said this in the past. If you're not buying Incredible Hulk, you shouldn't be collecting comics. There you go. We got Star Wars 35, second print out this week. That's a really good one to get. A lot of times these are much lower print runs, although a lot of shops now are catching on to this and ordering a lot more than they used to, but there's still a lower print run. But this is your first full Dr. Quada. So that's a good one to get if you can get it, but again, just cover price. If shops are asking for more than that, pass on it, in my opinion. Venom 23, man, this is one I was not going to get this because there's been so many Venomized characters over the years. So many of them, as you all know. Damn near every character in the Marvel Universe has been Venomized. I don't know if there's any that haven't. I'm sure there's a few. But so you're getting a new toxin in this, and of course you're getting a new Black Widow, Venomized Black Widow, but she looks really cool. And there was a spoiler variant for this that was announced a while back, but you didn't know what the cover, the issue or the cover looked like. Cover image looked like is what I'm trying to say. So I ordered a couple of those a while back, got them for cover price, and then the image has been released, so you'll see that on the screen. It's not a bad looking cover, but a lot of people, I don't know, this Black Widow, but from what I've heard, she's only on the cover and not in the story inside in that uniform. So this technically is going to be a cover appearance only, from what I understand. So just be aware of that. Don't go, if you're buying a 1/200. Thinking you're getting a first full appearance, it doesn't sound like you are, so just be careful. Just let you know. But there's a lot of cover. I really like the image there, and I just want to give a shout out. I don't recommend a lot of covers, exclusives, and I'm not recommending this one. I just saw it, and it looked really nice. It's an Ivan Tao exclusive. Black Saber Comics has it. If you're interested in that, I don't know, look them up on the web, and you can order that if you want. I'm not ordering it, but it is a nice looking cover. So Venom 23 is one I wasn't initially going to get that, when I saw it a couple months ago in the preview, but yeah, I definitely ordered the spoiler, so I'm getting that one. Ultimate Invasion number 2 is out this week. I have not got my issue number 1 yet. Still waiting for that shop to bring it in, and like I say, if he doesn't bring stuff in soon, I'm going to have to ditch that guy and go somewhere else. But looking forward to reading that. So that's it for my books. Those are my picks. My number 1 pick, Incredible Hulk number 2. Damn it. If I had only $6 to spend, that's the one I'd buy. I got a little more than that, but I'm getting a few of those. Venom 23, especially the spoiler variant. If you're going to get one, get the spoiler variant, because Black Widow's on the cover, and it sounds like that image is not in the book. So if you're going to get one, get the spoiler variant or the exclusive, whatever you want. Avengers number 3, first team appearance of Ash and Combine, which looks really cool. Honorable mentions are Night Terrors, Angel Breaker number 1, and Star Wars 35, the second print. Those are the books this week. So I want to talk about a few things coming down the road. I mentioned this one a while ago, but Mortal Thor number 1, that comes out next month, August 23rd. So that's one. I hope you got it. I mean, it's going to be number 1. Shops will have multiple copies in, so there's no issue in getting it. But Al Ewing's writing it, and I think that one's going to be a pretty good series. It sure seems like Marvel's... I remember talking about the pendulum swinging so far one way, it's gone, so it's going to have to start coming back, and it looks like it is with the new Incredible Hulk, and sounds like Immortal Thor is going to be back to a little more in line with normal stuff, so, or at least what I consider normal. That's August 23rd. Miles Morales number 10, that comes out, damn it, I didn't write the date down. Anyways, I think it's October. Pretty sure it's October. But anyways, there's a first appearance of Hightail in that. It's kind of like a female Flash. So I've got Miles Morales on my pull list, but that's one if you're interested in that. That's coming out, I believe, in October. Got to give a shout out to Drunk Wookie. I've mentioned him in the past a few times. I just going to talk about Bad Batch for a bit. That's one of those screen comics. It's more or less a capture of the whole season of them. But Star Wars Hyperspace Stories number 10, cover B, has Bad Batch on the cover. You'll see an image of that on the screen. So likely they're going to be in the book. So that'll be their first team appearance in comics. And a number of those characters will be their first appearance in comics. So that is a good one to get. You got lots of time to order it. It doesn't come out till October, so don't panic. I don't even know if you can pre-order it yet. A lot of shops may not even... just talk to your shop. But anyways, that's one I would highly recommend you pick up because Bad Batch is they're pretty popular. Star Wars Dark Droids number 1. That comes out next month in just another week and a couple weeks. And Ajax Sigma is mentioned in that. And that droid made his first appearance in the Star Wars Revelations. That was one of my picks of the week back when that came out. That's one I hope you got. It's worth hanging on to. There is a second print of this one too, which I didn't get. The only difference is the Star Wars is green, and I think that's about the only difference. Is this, instead of being white, this is all green. I think this might be green too, the Revelations, but if you dig around in the back issue bins, if you find that, grab a copy of it, man. I would highly recommend you grab a copy of that. I mean, that's what I'm going to do. Star Wars High Republic Shadows of Starlight number 1. That comes out October 4th. And again, I got to give a shout out to Drunk Wookie because he's a good resource for Star Wars stuff. But that, if you notice, Elzar Mann is on the cover of that. You see the image of that one on the screen. And if you remember, Elzar Mann, he made his first full appearance in this Star Wars number 20. There's cover A. I got the Sprouse variant for that one as well. This one is, cover price right now. This one's the regular cover A is the one to get. It's a little pricier. There is a second print as well. Good book to get. Dig around again. This is one of those ones, folks. If you don't don't pay the stupid prices for it. Go look through. You'll find copy of these out there in back issue bins or hidden way in the back of a shelf somewhere. Just go look around. You'll be surprised what you can find. I would recommend you grab it if you can get it for cover price. If you can't, it's up to you. It's your money. Incredible Hulk number 3 is, I mentioned 2 this week, but 3 comes out August 30th. And if we don't get Mother Horrors in this issue number 2, I highly suspect it's going to be number 3, which you'll see the image for that one on the screen. So, man, again, just get that on your pull list if you don't have it on there already. I laughed in my last video about Miss Marvel. Remember, they've already announced that there's a new Miss Marvel. She's got the new mutant, and it comes out August 30th. Holy crap, I mean, they had already written the story of her new series before they announced that she was dead. So, yeah, anyways, don't know what to tell you on that one. I just laugh. All I can say is I hope you didn't buy a bunch of those books thinking that her death was going to be something important down the road, because those are dollar bin books forever. That's all I got to say. We got a Crypt of Shadows one-shot coming out October 18th. If you remember the last Crypt of Shadows, we had Bloodline Blade's daughter on the cover there. Good book to get because she's going to be... important down the road. But yeah, we got a new one coming out this October 18th. A nice thing to see about this is Cavan Scott is one of the writers on this. There's another Steve Orlando's a writer, probably a few stories in it, but Cavan Scott is a good writer, so that is one. Anytime I see him writing, it's like if I see Tynan writing something or Scott Snyder. I mean, there are certain writers that you pay attention to, and Cavan Scott is a good one. So Cryptic Shadows is one I would get I would pull this if you don't already. And it's so funny. I remember these this New Age of Heroes came out, and DC was trying to launch a bunch of new stuff, and they didn't last very long. I'm trying to remember. I think they only made it to like issue 10 for most of the series because the sales dropped off after issue 1. But Terrifics #1. This was apparently James Gunn tweeted about this. This news came out a while ago. An image of this, so that's kind of your first appearance of the new Terrifics. If you got that, hang on to it. And again, this is another one of those ones. Go look through the back issue bins. You probably find a ton of these, and you'll get them for half price. A lot of times they have 50% off sales and stuff. Man, that'd be a good one to look up if you got it. And I got to mention in my last video, I made a couple. I don't know if I'm sure a lot of you know this, but when I do these videos, I literally turn the camera on. I start talking for 15 minutes or whatever. I shut it off. Then I go, the only post-editing I do is to drop in the images of the books I want to show so you can see them on screen. And last video I talked about Edge of Spider-Verse #3. I should have brought the book in here, but I talked about how it looks like there is possibly Miles Morales' son shows up, Nicholas, in the back. And there's a Puerto Rican black cat in there. And I thought it was her name, but it turns out I don't speak Spanish, as you probably can tell. So I thank a lot of the Spanish-speaking members of the community who said, "Hey Jim, by the way, she's just saying that she's the Puerto Rican black cat." That's what she I thought it was her name, but hey, no, it's just that she's the Puerto Rican black cat. But anyways, my thoughts on that. I think that Nicholas, the little boy there, is either Miles Morales' son, or that black cat is related to Miles. It's like a niece or cousin or whatever. So the kid would end up being a nephew of his, or who knows what that would make him. But somehow he's related to Miles. So anyways, that Edge of Spider-Verse #3 is a really good book to own. I hope you got that one. And that's another one, man. If you don't have it and they're sitting on the shelf, grab a copy of it, because that is a really good one to get. And the last I mentioned, I showed my 3-claw Wolverine variant. You'll see that on an image on screen. And I mentioned that that's the first appearance of Dakin. Really good book to have. You can get the third claw one. But I mentioned that he was in Logan because I had a brain fart, but it was a clone of Wolverine and not Dakin. So anyways, still a good book to have, but I got to end on this because, man, Marvel has shit the bed with their movies lately. They are just god-awful, man. They seem to have just crapped on Star Wars, crapped on Pixar, crapped on all their Marvel stuff, so I don't know. I just hope to God that Bob Iger gets the ship righted, because, man, they just have not been very good, and they've been kind of tanking at the box. It's not that DC's doing any better, so... Anyways, like I say, this Terrifics, don't just because James Gunn tweeted a picture of it, don't expect it to be anything good. But we'll see. Hope they can't keep putting out worse movies than they're doing. They got to start putting some good movies out, hopefully. Anyways, so all right, folks, that's all I got for you. Rambling on here. Take care of yourself. Talk to you later in the week. Bye for now.